Welcome to the Towering Tropical Shirt Mango Rum Football Update, where I get to talk about all things NFL. Once again, brought to you by Mango Rum, which is so good and good for you. Happy Halloween, everybody. Yay! And happy Week 8 in the NFL. We got plenty of trick-or-treat games coming up this week, so let's jump right on in. First, we got my New York Jets taking on the New York Giants. Oh, yeah. The battle for New York. Bragging rights. Jets, as you know, Zach Wilson taking over. He's played pretty well the last couple of games. Jets have won 2 in a row. The Giants, they've been playing pretty well, too. Hey, I wonder if it's because they've been playing Tyrod Taylor rather than Daniel Jones. I don't know, but you can make your own decisions on that one. How's this game looking? Well, both teams struggle offensively, so it's the defenses that are really going to, dictate what's going to happen. And as well as the Giants defense has played the last couple of games, they ain't the New York Jets defense. Oh, hell no. New York Jets defense thrives on turnovers and creating havoc. So I think what's going to change? Nothing. So I like the Jets to win that one. Swinging over to the West Coast, we got the Bengals going into San Francisco to take on the Niners. We all know the Bengals story. As Joe Burrow goes, so go the Bengals. Right now, he seems to be, taking it up a notch, clicking with his wideout and Jamar Chase. Meanwhile, the Niners, good news for them. They get to start Brock Purdy. Purdy is going to be healthy to play. That means no Sam Darnold. It also means that we're going to see how he bounces back after the last 2 games where he hasn't played well. But he still has Christian McCaffrey. Guy's a touchdown machine. He's got a touchdown, I think, in 15 straight games. About to tie Lenny Moore's record, which has been in, for like 50 years or even longer than that. And I think Joey Bosa, their defensive end, is primed to break through. Remember, he sat out the preseason in a contract dispute, so he's ground himself into shape. They're playing in the big Levi Stadium there, the big dungarees. So therefore, I like the 49ers to win. Staying on the left coast, we've got Cleveland Browns going into Seattle to take on the Seahawks. The Browns and their $230 million guaranteed man, Deshaun Watson, he ain't playing. They told him Wednesday he was out. Hey, rotator cuff injury for somebody who throws a football for a living is not good. They should just IR him for 4 games because right now he's hurting the team every time he steps out there, which is why P.J. Walker is getting the start, which is kind of scary because P.J. Walker's been around and he ain't no prize, but he ain't losing games for you because they've got a Super Bowl caliber defense. Meanwhile, the Seahawks, hey, they're at 4-2, and once again, Pete Carroll's got them playing well. How do I see this game going? It's tough to win out in Seattle. It's very, very, very tough. And I don't think this is going to be any exception in this one. The Browns, they've been getting by with great defense, even though they didn't play that well last week. But I don't think they're going to have enough to beat Seattle. It's going to be an ugly game. Browns like ugly games, but I think in this particular case, we like the Seahawks to win. Now, if you're looking for a really big treat this weekend in terms of games, you got to look at the Jacksonville Jaguars going into Pittsburgh. The Jags, they've got their golden boy quarterback in Trevor Lawrence and an offense that's really clicking, like a Broadway musical. Meanwhile, the Steelers, how the hell they win 4 games with that offense? I mean, it's terrible. They don't run the ball, they don't pass the ball particularly well, but they have a great defensive person, superstar really, in T.J. Watt. He's been making all the plays for them. So this, once again, it's going to come down to the 4th quarter. And you know what? In Tomlin, I trust. I bet against him the last couple of weeks. I'm not betting against him this time. I like the Steelers to win. Here's another treat for you, Pats fans. You're going down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. Now, I know you're probably still ecstatic after beating the Bills. Bills came into your place, you whacked them around, and they left all like, oh, now you get to go down to Miami, sunny Miami, and take on a Dolphins team that kind of got exposed in their loss last week to the Eagles. Philly's a very good team, and what they figured out defensively was they didn't go for all the trickery and all the motion. They just kept their guys where they needed to be, and they made, they made Tua a little more human, I guess. So we'll see how that goes. But, remember, it's an AFC rivalry game, AFC division rivalry. You never know what's going to happen in these games. Sometimes winning teams lose and sometimes losing teams win. but not today. While I don't think the Dolphins are going to run up 40 points, I think their defense is more than a match for what the Patriots are going to put out there. So I like the Dolphins to win this one. It'll be close, but I like the Dolphins to win. And now, if you're looking for a game that's going to be a trick game, the Houston Texans are going into Carolina to take on the Panthers. What makes this game intriguing, it's the two quarterbacks that were taken 1 and 2 in this past draft. C.J. Stroud for the Texans and Bryce Young for the Panthers. Texans are 3 and 3. They've been playing very well. Stroud has got 9 TD passes, only 1 INT. He's played well above expectations. Meanwhile, the Panthers are 0 and 6. Young is 0 and 5 as a starter. You knew he was going to struggle. His stats look okay, but he hasn't made any plays that could be called defining to win. Hey, they ain't won a game. I don't think that's going to change in this one. I think the Texans are a better team. They've got better quarterback play and better coaching. So I like the Houston Texans to beat the Carolina Panthers. So what's my record so far this year? Well, the NFL will humble you. Last week I went 2 and 3, but I still have a better than 600 winning percentage. So I like that. Hey, you like what you see? Let me know. Drop me a line. Subscribe to my YouTube page. Hey, let me know about your picks. Do you really think that, that the Eagles are going to be that good again this year? I don't know. We'll have to see. But in any case, it's Sunday. Enjoy the games. Happy Halloween weekend. And we'll see you soon.